Hey guys, what's up? Kids here. Happy Sunday. Just wanted to give a brief little update on some of the things I've been working on, and then also, as promised for Dude on YouTube, I'm going to show you how I heat treat my 01 tool steel. Guy's name is Sean from AG Knives. So, Sean, I'm just going to go by just talking about the scientific part of it, which is, I got everything written down, so now in my experience, 01 tool steel is not that far off from 1095 or high carbon steels. Basically, we're just going to go into hardening because you're probably going to buy it in the bar stock anyway. So, hardening. Now, the important thing to do is heat to 1475 or 1500. Now, you want to do that at usually about an even temperature, just incremental to get up to that temperature. 01 tool steel does need to be soaked. They say soak it for about 30 minutes per inch of thickness. So let's say using 1/4 inch. Of course, 5-7 minutes will be fine. This one here I soaked for about 7 minutes, even though it's 3/16 of an inch. So you want to heat it to 1475 up to 1500. Very important not to overheat this steel, especially on your bevels and things like that. It's an oil quench steel. Oil quench it. Make sure you have the oil heated to 150 to 200 degrees. I found with this one, the colder end of 150 was better because the blade is so thick. You don't want it to heat down or cool down too slow. So yeah, I did around 150. Your smaller blades, if you're using 01, get it up towards the 200 mark for your oil. Reason being, then you won't see as much warpage. Warpage is bad, especially when you spend 4 hours on a blade and you warp it and it's done. So tempering, they always say you only need to single temper 01, but as the temperatures you harden it with, I find that double tempering is probably the best. Right after the heat treat, I mean, it's cooled down to, you can hold it in your hand, it's time to heat treat it. Don't let it cool down to anything else. Don't do it one day and then do the tempering the next. It's not good for the steel. Let's see here. Now I found if you want to get between 60 and 62 HRC, it's a double temper, usually 2 hours per inch of thickness. So I think usually 2 tempers at an hour, let's say 450 degrees, will give you 61 HRC. So, I did shoot a little video of my forge and actually hardening the steel. If you notice when I pull the blade out, I don't stick it on a magnet. That's because it's been soaking at critical temperature for that 7 minutes. So after that, threw it in the oven and tempered it twice and did a little flexibility test. Stabbed the tip into some wood and rocked it back and forth. It sprung back nicely, no bends in the steel, no breaks, so that's when you know you do a good job. Just before I show you that, I wanted to show you my Bowie that's nearing completion. I went for the old outdoorsy rustic look for it. Just really cool. Almost looks like a patina, but it's not a patina. Not really going to get into how I make that on there. Apricot handles, brass pins, turned out real nice. You can see they're matched up. false wedge. What's next is a leather sheath. It's going to be awesome. So, yeah. So I'm just going to show a little bit next. Actually, I have a video of me grinding the bevel for the chisel grind on here. I can show that too, as well as just the heat treat. Everybody likes a little tutorials, but I always find tutorials they're a long process. I don't have much time right now. I'd really like to get into a how-to video, maybe 10 minutes long or whatever, but I just don't have the time right now. So let me know what you think, guys, and have a good week. So the trick to heat treating 01 tool steel is you need to soak it in the heat, I'd say 30 minutes per inch of steel. This steel I'm soaking for 7 to 10 minutes, just making sure that it gets all of the inside of the steel, because it is a thick steel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a different kind of a quench. You'll see it, I'll just have the camera on. So it's ready to be quenched. Let's give it a shot.